Hello.
Hi guys.
Hey guys.
Hi guys, it's Mark here from Newbie Prepping.
Hey there, it's Rich again with Newbie Prepping.
Hi guys, it's Mark and Rich from Newbie Prepping.
Alright guys, it's Mark and Rich here from Newbie Prepping.
Hi, it's Mark and Rich from Newbie Prepping.
In this YouTube channel, what we're going to aim to do is demonstrate prepping techniques, basically just for a newbie that might think that they know what they're doing, but are actually going wrong.
We're going to show, not the right way of doing, because everyone's got their own unique style, but we're going to show ideas of what you could do, and then you just got to home in on them. This channel is all about the newbie side of stuff, letting you see our mistakes so you don't make the mistakes. But of course, it all takes experience. So it's no good just sitting at home, just watching the videos. You need to get out there. A little windbreaker is getting there. Carry on building this up.
Maybe even put a little X in there.
So windbreak, we'll saw off the ends there before we continue around that side. I thought I'll make like a bench stroke bed just down there. I've got 8 stakes. Got my 2 floor beams, one where my feet are and one where the head is, and then I've got 2 long beams. I'm just leveling this bit off. As you can see.
Like I said, I am a newbie and I'm going to make a lot of mistakes, but my friend Mark here is going to show me where I'm going wrong and show you guys too. 2 litres of rice.
Excellent that you've got a separate container and that would be airtight. The downside is that you've opened the packet and then put it in. So there's already air got to the rice.
Yeah, that's my bad. I totally didn't think about that. That's very logical. Another important thing which I think is important is a nice little axe.
When you always get an axe, you want to make sure it's sharp.
This one, yeah, it's not exactly...
This one is definitely not sharp. Even
it's
putting some force into it, it doesn't make a dent in my skin. Definitely have an axe. When you get it, make sure you sharpen it up.
Yeah, nice clean cuts. See, that's what happens when you go out and buy a saw after you try and chop wood with a pretty much blunt axe. That's what happens when you do that. Yeah, I am going to have to sharpen it at some point. But, yeah, it's just really not sharp enough to get in there at the moment. My man Mark here has actually got a sharp axe. How did you sharpen that axe, man?
If your axe is completely blunt, like Rich's, I'll say get a grinder and then just grind the edge down and then finish it off with the grinding stone.
Pretty much a running joke that my axe is not sharp. Like we said, we were going to sharpen it with Mark's sharpening machine, and that's what we did, and now it's nice and sharp. I guess the axe joke is now over. RIP, got a new axe. It's a bit of a running joke with Newbie Prepping that my axes are not sharp. It actually came sharp. Let me tell you, that did not take as much work as it did with my blunt axe.
Necessities. So
Necessities.
I know there was going to be loads of comments about this. There are certain words that I do get tongue-tied on. But I am dyslexic. Got a
Serrated edge.
It's got a serrated edge.
Or a jagged edge.
Jagged edge. Respiratory. For the chocoholics out there. Initiated, that's it. So it's my dyslexic brain, yeah. Because it all goes towards them algorithms. Me being dyslexic, vocabulary, sorry. The algorithms. The thing what they work out the percentage. Yeah, that's it. That's the one. We do take the mickey out of each other all the time.
Mark, where's my coffee? Come on, hurry up.
You brought the coffee. I've done the water.
Oh, this guy.
Young Rich is still asleep. He was snoring just a little while ago. Rich has been waiting for you to come back, mate. Oh, he has. Oh, we've not coming.
I know when he's going to be coming.
Are you packing up there?
I'll probably always consider myself a newbie because there'll always be new stuff to learn.
As Rich is trying to light some damp tinder, young Rich is
Failing at making a fire as usual. Just ending up pushing everything back. I might just use my matches. Obviously I'm doing something a bit wrong with it there. Fire steel on this video is a fail. clearly need a lot more practice with that. I only managed to get like these little pieces off here. I tried feathering these after just shaving the bark off. I wasn't working directly with the grain of the wood. It just was not easy at all. Whereas like with this, I'm already seeing better results. After doing a few overnighters and practicing my skills a little bit more, I think that I'm at a pretty decent level of fire making now. From here, you just keep adding the thicker logs on. They will eventually catch fire just as these ones have here, and you will have your established fire. The completed shelter. Whew. This is going to be my first overnighter by myself. It's starting to rain. I'm quite happy for this rain. It's morning here after a very bad night, pouring with rain the entire time. The tarp failed me. You might be able to see it's just soaking wet the whole way through. This part of the hammock here touching against it just caused it to get soaking wet. I've used it before on overnighters and it didn't fail on me, but it failed on me today. How I can fix what went wrong in my solo overnighter. The first and probably worst mistake that I made was hanging up my tarp in a very haphazard and very lazy fashion. I would definitely recommend stringing up your tarp with the ridgeline method because it guarantees to keep it more taut. The way I had it before, the rain that poured down onto it, it just allowed it to just drop down and sag a little too much. It just wasn't taut enough for the job. Because of the way that I had the drawstrings tying the tarp to the tree, water seeps down to the inside of the tarp. That's something that I didn't actually realise was happening at first. I thought that my tarp just wasn't waterproof, but that's a very likely culprit of why it got wet on the inside. And look at that. Our hammock is set up nicely. It is nowhere near the sides of the tarp at all, which is exactly what we want, because in case any water does get on the inside of that tarp, we don't want it touching the hammock at all. We've got a slight issue here. We've got extra room on this side, so we'll just slide this down a little bit. As you can see, that still completely covers that carabiner. And so now on this side, we can slide this up. That's nice and covered over there, but there's more that we can do for water flow prevention. Let's take a look at drip lines. That will make any water flow that even makes it onto here stop there and go down here. There we go, that one's on there now. I've been burned too many times before getting wet while in my hammock, so I just want to make absolutely sure I've got contingency measures.
I'm not an expert, but you do have to think outside the box, and that's one thing that I do quite well. My camp will be up that hill. As you go in, you started getting more and more cover. From the pathway, there's less visibility, so that's perfect. So you're going to be out of the way, so if someone was walking along the path, you would see them. So if you're not making too much noise, you'll be hidden away.
If you look at the streets of London today, gangs going around on mopeds, just robbing everyone and anyone they can find. For whatever reason, they're not being pursued properly and being arrested, who knows. But these gangs have got confidence to do the criminal activity now. What's going to happen when it all hits the fan? They can have so much more confidence because they know the police are not going to be around to do much because they've got other things to worry about, or there might not even be a police force as such.
I have noticed that there's some burnt wood. So, burnt wood. So, someone has been up here camping, or they might consider this as a possible bug out location for themselves. That tells me that there's evidence of someone else scouting out or just having a good time. Now I've got to bear in mind other factors. If someone's been up here camping, I'm thinking 2 people camping up here. So it seems to be a popular area for someone to camp. So therefore I've got to think of, right, whatever I build now, I've got to make sure that it's very disguised.
For me, buying gold is not a great idea. You're paying over the top, and when you've got the gold, you're deflating the gold's value because the person might not want it, or they're in a position where they can offer you less. Most shops won't trade in gold because they don't know if it's gold. Cyber attack. I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but as a prepper, if a cyber attack and it hits the computers all over the world, power stations will go down because it's all run by computers. The whole world is run by computers. The entire internet will be down. Your communications, so your mobile phones, you're not going to have power to your house. Our society should be able to cope with a short-term blackout, apart from all the gangs that's out there who will take it as an opportunity to start robbing places for their own gains. So your security would need to be there. And remember, unless you've got a landline phone, you won't be able to make any 999 calls.
Things for you to look out for that you're going to build a camp. You need building materials. It's a big bonus. Nice firm ground. It's quite a bit of cover. Sunlight getting through. So it's no good like thinking, oh, I will plant loads of vegetables, or because they're not going to get the sunlight, and you don't know what wildlife's around. You plant loads of carrots and potatoes, you could end up having the rabbits eating all your carrots and stuff. I will be planting some other stuff because I've not seen any evidence up there, and I would choose certain plants what don't need that much light and what would spread. And we're not experts, you know?
Oh, absolutely not. The clue is in the name,
yeah.
Newbie Prepping.
If we went out there and said, oh, this is going to happen, we could start a panic, and no way we want a panic to happen, because it's no beneficial to us, and for everyone else, we want to survive.
Have any opinion you like on our channel. Hopefully it's a positive opinion, aiming it towards literally the newbie, the sort of person that literally knows nothing about it, because there are people out there who genuinely don't think of these things. You know, some people ask me, why did you call the channel Newbie Prepping? Because you'll be forever like associated with just starting out, or like if someone watches your videos, then eventually they'll get past like being a newbie and, you know, start watching other videos instead. They're not understanding the name Newbie Prepping. To be a newbie prepper, it means that you realize that you're always going to be a newbie in something. There's always something new to learn. Effectively, you're always going to be a newbie in something. People are constantly inventing new ways of doing stuff, new like easier tricks, like bushcraft tricks, survival tricks, building old things in different ways. So there's always something new to learn, no matter what. No matter what, you're always a newbie in something. And that's what this channel, I kind of like how it represents that. The channel's been going for about 3 years now, so I'm not really a newbie anymore. There is very much, still so much more for me to learn. So I'd always consider myself a newbie. That's what I say to them when they say, oh well, no one's a newbie forever. Like, I disagree. There's always something new to learn. Thank you very much for watching this intro video, and I hope that you enjoy the rest of our videos. See you again soon.
See you soon.
Thank you very much, guys, and we'll see you later.
Yeah. Bye. See you next time.
Yeah, we'll see you again.
You take care out there.
Thank you
see you
very
soon.
much for watching.
Bye.
Bye-bye.